All right, kind of want to give a little bit of thoughts on the Fenix 5 lineup and comparing it to the Fenix 3. First of all, everybody needs to know I'm just a regular guy, okay? I don't make professional reviews. Companies don't send me products. I don't have any sort of relationship or affiliation with Garmin or anything like that. I have a Twitter account. I'm Fenix 3 guy. You just look up the Twitter handle Garmin Fenix 3. You'll see me. Okay, that's me. Anyway, so Fenix 5 comes out, I believe in March, and it's got all the bells and whistles of the Fenix 3, except there's a few different things. Just want to touch on the basic stuff. This is sort of me just going off of other reviews. Obviously, I don't have a Fenix 5 right now. The three different versions of the Fenix 5. There's the base Fenix 5, which it's a slightly smaller case size than the Fenix 3. Slightly smaller. The Fenix 3 is 51 by 51. The Fenix 5, regular Fenix 5, is 47 by 47 millimeter. The thickness is about the same. And as far as all the different features and functions, it has everything the Fenix 3 has, except it doesn't have Wi-Fi unless you get the Sapphire version. Now, the Fenix 5 is highly configurable. You can get Sapphire, you can get non-Sapphire, you can get HR, you can get non-HR. A couple things. On all the Fenix 5 models, there's 64 colors instead of 16, which is kind of nice. There's like a quick menu, I guess. You get on, press a button, it accesses like several different things that you might use regularly on your Fenix 5. You know, like maybe music controls or save location or what have you, different things, like a quick menu. So the user interface seems to be a lot more improved. The Fenix 5S is significantly smaller than the Fenix 3. They say it's geared towards people with smaller wrists. I have smaller wrists, but I'm a guy. I believe they're trying to cater towards the female athlete / explorer or adventurer, consumer. So it is 42 by 42 millimeters, which when you compare it to 51 by 51, that's significantly smaller. But the screen size is smaller too. People need to understand that. The screen size is 27.94 millimeters it's 27.94 millimeters, and the Fenix 3 is, I believe it's 30.4. So it's significant. It's smaller too. It's like 10% smaller. The other thing to consider with the Fenix 5S is that the resolution is exactly the same as the Fenix 3. It's 218 pixels by 218 pixels. Same as the Fenix 3. On the Fenix 5 and Fenix 5X, it's 240 by 240. Okay, so it's a lot more pixels, a lot more detail, a lot more color. Like I said earlier, the only thing that's weird is there's no Wi-Fi unless you get the Sapphire models. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they just assumed everybody uses Bluetooth anyway. Wi-Fi is kind of neat to have. Whatever, that's just how they did it. But as far as Bluetooth is concerned, Garmin apparently with the Fenix 5 has introduced a Bluetooth connectivity to heart rate monitors. So you're no longer tethered to Ant Plus, which is just like a proprietary Garmin style, connection or whatever. You can use Bluetooth, which means you can go out there and buy these aftermarket heart rate monitors or these different, ones that aren't Garmin. But to my mind, I'm thinking, well, if you're going to pay $600, $700, $800 for a top-end fitness watch, why not just get the heart rate monitor built in the wrist base? But some people like to have the heart rate monitor for, swimming or other things. It's a lot more detailed and accurate. Okay. So, memory. The Fenix 3 has 32, I believe it's 32 megabytes and 23 available. So that, that means that 9 of them are already taken up by pre-installed stuff that you can't do anything about. And the Fenix 5 and the Fenix 5S both have 64 with 54 available. So there's significantly more space available for memory and whatever, and data storage and all that stuff. The Fenix 5X is a whole different creature. Okay, that's got a bigger case. I believe it's 51 by 51. It's the same, but it's huge. It's 98 grams versus, I believe, 82 grams or something for the regular Fenix 3, or 85 for the Fenix 3 HR. The thing with the Fenix 5X is they've incorporated mapping into it. And what that means is you can get pre-installed topographical maps of the US, Canada, the world, whatever you can get, and then you can get other maps too and connect them through your PC to your Fenix 3 or your Fenix 5X, and you'll have them on your watch. And so instead of just seeing your location and making tracks or whatever as you're going, like on your Fenix 3, you'll actually see where you're at. You'll see streets, you may see bodies of water and things like that, kind of like the Epix, except there's a big difference. The Epix has 35.6 millimeters of display space, and the Fenix 5X has 30.5. So that's less. Also, the Epix is a rectangular shape instead of a circular shape. And the Epix is touchscreen. So if anybody's ever used maps on their phone, you want to have a touchscreen so you can pinch and zoom and all that stuff and move the map around. On the Fenix 5X, it's not touchscreen. So you're going to have to push buttons and pan, zoom, and arrow up and arrow down and all that stuff. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's fine with the Fenix 3 because, you're really not looking at much. But if you want to look at a lot of details and all that stuff, it's kind of a pain to not have touchscreen. The other thing that the Fenix 5X has is apparently it can show you different things around town if you want to go to where a coffee shop is or whatever. And also it can route, if you want to run or bike a certain distance, say 5 miles, it'll give you a few different ways that you can go, a few different routes you can go if you want to go north, south, whatever, all that stuff. So it gives you a lot of different features and little things you can tinker with, I guess, that are kind of nice. Okay, so the Fenix 5 lineup, they broke it down into 3 different ones. A smaller version for people with smaller wrists, a humongous version for the people who want everything on a watch, and then the Fenix 5 base model, which, you can get Sapphire, you can get HR, all that stuff. Also, they have a quick release band, which just means that you pop a little thing and pull the band off. You can switch them, but you have to get the quick release bands to put on them. I believe you can still unscrew the little pin and put on the old bands, but I'm not sure. One thing I don't really dig is that apparently they've kept the same silicone band, which, as everybody who has a Fenix 3 knows, it's going to get brittle and crack and break after about 6 months of regular use. That's a pain in the butt. Then you have to get online and order these things. So kind of upset with Garmin about that. The other thing that, I guess I kind of look at it like this. If you already have a Fenix 3 or a Fenix 3 HR, you have a really good watch, okay? And if you bought it at the discount during the holidays, or if you found it for, $400, and now if you're going to buy the Fenix 5, whichever one, you're looking at $550 all the way up to $850 for the Sapphire HR version with the metal band on some of these. And then that's expensive. And then what do you do with your Fenix 3 if it's still working? Personally, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy an Epix. Right now, there's a retailer called Cabela's, and I'm buying Epix with the pre-installed 100K Topo map for $350. That way I have an Epix for adventuring and mapping, and I have my Fenix 3 for everyday use. And if anybody who knows me knows that I'm not going to run any marathons anytime soon. I'm not going to do any triathlons. So if you're watching this video thinking that, what's this guy talking about? He's not even into fitness. No, I'm not into fitness. I'm a weekend fitness guy. I do it every now and then. I'm more of a get out in the woods and walk and go camping and hiking every now and then. And for that, I want good maps. And the Fenix 5 has decent maps, but the Epix has better. At any rate, if you don't have a Fenix 3, if I didn't have a Fenix 3, And let's say I was just getting introduced to Garmin products right now, I would buy the Fenix 5X and I would just beat the heck out of it. And I would use it every day. The problem is I don't have a lot of money, so I'm not going to just set my perfectly fine Fenix 3 on a shelf or in a drawer and let it collect dust and go pay $700 for a brand new Fenix 5X. It's just not going to happen. I don't have that kind of money. Okay? People say, oh, well, you can sell your Fenix 3. I guess, but I'm also not the kind of person that's going to sell something that works perfectly fine. I'm that guy that if I have a car that works fine, but I want to get another car, I'm not going to sell my perfectly working car for super cheap when I can just keep it. I kind of liken the Fenix 5 series to, let's say, the Fenix 5X. Okay, it's like a top of the line Range Rover or a top of the line Jeep here in America. I mean, it's got everything. It's got all sorts of bells and whistles, perfect sound system, beautiful chrome, all this stuff. But if you're paying that much for a top-of-the-line SUV or off-road vehicle, you know, you really want to have the knobby tires on it. You know, you really want to have an off-road package. And the Fenix 5X, as far as the mapping goes, it's not as good as the Epics. And it's not touchscreen, which is really weird for mapping. Still a great watch, still a great upgrade, but, you know, why would you do it? Anyway, I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from getting it. Like I said, if I didn't have a Fenix 3 that worked great, I'd go buy the Fenix 5X. And for women, a rose gold Fenix 5S, beautiful, beautiful watch. I just like my Fenix 3, you know, and anyway, I hope this helps out some people. All right, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. All right, have a good one.